South Georgia Peanuts outfielder John Zeringue is moving up the professional baseball ladder. Zeringue was signed today by the Oakland A's, becoming the second Peanut to be signed by a major league club. In just 26 games with the Peanuts, Zeringue hit .333 with 5 home runs and 22 RBIs.
What are some of the things that you took in here that you can remember from Albany?
A great group of guys, everybody gelled. I've never been on a team like this where everybody's so close, we're like family, and it's tough to leave, but so it's a move that has to be made, and I'm gonna miss it. It would be nice to get back in affiliated ball, but I'll definitely walk away with some memories, and a little piece of me is definitely gonna stay in Albany.
We were fortunate to have him for the time that we had him. He probably should have never been released in the first place, so I'm happy for him that he's going back, but sad that we're losing a heck of a bat in the lineup, so it's gonna be tough to replace him.
So right now I'm just in the process of waiting for the contract to go through and get the thing rolling again, get back to trying to get to the big leagues.
Come on, guys. We got BP. All right. Snap, snap.
While John Sarang was preparing to leave town, knuckleballer Chris Webb was adjusting to life with his new team.
I started throwing knuckleballs the end of July last year, basically. I mean, I always toyed around with it growing up, just like everybody tries to. And for some reason, I was able to throw one. And Wally was like, well, can you throw that with your conventional windup? And I was like, well, I've never tried it. So I did, and he was like, heck yeah, that'll screw some hitters up. I mean, it's tough because I want to go out and give up no runs every time. I want to go up and give no hits. I mean, any pitcher should be like that. Your job is to get through 6, 7 innings and give up 4 runs. That's what they expect of me, which isn't too much to ask. You're always going to have guys on base. You're going to give up hits and you're going to walk people. That's the life of a knuckleballer.
Meanwhile, Peanuts manager Wally Backman was responding to a newspaper editorial that suggested his recent ejection was a publicity stunt coordinated by the South Coast League and this show.
Unknown players and unproven level of talent on the field who can't sell tickets as quickly as the prospect of seeing Wally blow up again, including the chance to pick up a few bucks by making side bets on which equipment he'll chuck first out of the dugout.
I think that some of the media has taken to it because of who he is and because of his history and so forth, particularly his off-the-field history. And I think they've really blown it up.
Wally's a name. Wally, and he's got some baggage, he's got some background that makes him a bit of a lightning rod. And then when people get overzealous in their reporting, all of a sudden inaccuracies begin to come out.
To me, when they write stuff like this, it's bad for the community. Bringing baseball back to the community is why I came to Albany to try to bring them a winner. I had a choice to go basically wherever I wanted to go in the league. And I chose Albany because of the hardship they've had with baseball, to try to bring them a team that was a winner, to bring something to the community that they could be proud of.
Good, bad, or indifferent, it does promote the league. As long as the articles and the stories are factual, we don't have an issue with it. But when they start doing articles that don't necessarily have a lot of substance and particularly facts behind them, that's frustrating.
They probably just don't know the game of baseball. That is part of baseball. And them just saying that, it's unprofessional on their part. It might be just they just don't know the game well enough, and that could be it. I mean, if you know the game of baseball, then you wouldn't make those remarks. You haven't watched much baseball or been a part of it too long.
Did I have some profanity? Yeah. When you get thrown out of a game, you do have profanity. I mean, that's just, baseball's not going to change. They try to make it sound like there's 1,000 kids there. There wasn't even 100 people there. It was a kid's day, but all the kids were gone. The people that were there knows what happens. But how many people in the United States pick this up if it's on the AP and read it? And then what type of person does that make me out to be?
Everyone's so quick to say he's a bad person because of it, which I don't think. If anybody knows Wally, it's his passion for the game, and the reason why he does it, he backs his players. He treats us like his own kids, and anybody who has kids, they'll know that. If somebody messes with their kids, they're gonna have problems.
Hey guys, listen up for a minute. I'm not gonna tell you what to do, I'm gonna ask you to do something though. We are no longer talking to the newspaper after the editorial they wrote today, which was a bunch of half-truths and a bunch of in there basically about me and what happened in Anderson. They tried to say it's staged and all that kind of stuff. None of that stuff's staged. If Doc, you were getting thrown out of a game and I was coming out to try to help you a little bit, if that was staged, they can kiss my For me to shut the media off, I've never done that in my career, ever. But after the article that was written, the editorial that was wrote with people that aren't even there, coming up with their own decisions of what happened and things like that without asking anybody, I just don't think it's right. If you feel that you have to talk to him, go ahead. I'm not going to stop you. I'm not going to be pissed off at you. But I'm asking you not to. That's all I'm asking. All right? We'll take infield at 550 and kick some.
I've been away from the game for about 3 years.
He knows how the game's supposed to be played. He knows what the fundamentals of baseball are. He's already a teacher because he's helping these young players here.
He was there, he was playing for the White Sox while you were dreaming of playing at Comiskey someday.
The Peanuts were in first place with a record of 26-9. With the departure of John Zeringue, they would be counting on third baseman Mike Caruso to bolster the lineup. Caruso had broken into the major leagues in 1998 when he batted .306 for the Chicago White Sox. After finishing third in the Rookie of the Year voting, his career was derailed by a series of nagging injuries and off-the-field problems. Now at the age of 30, Caruso was hoping to make a comeback.
I've been away from the game for about 3 years, and I just needed to take a step back, and I was playing for basically my whole life. I've been playing, so damn, these bugs are killing me. Like, seriously, I can't even think because they're all over me. It's freaking so annoying. I still was nervous before I got out here. I was, just nervous, and it was just kind of like a feeling of, being anxious to get back out on the field, join a new team, start playing all over again.
I think this will be Caruso's third or fourth comeback in baseball. We all know about him in the White Sox, hitting over 300 as a rook. And, whether it be injuries or a few choices that he's made, he's here, and he's not bitter about it.
Mike has been a good influence on the players. He's been a real positive influence on the guys. He knows how the game's supposed to be played. He knows what the fundamentals of baseball are. He knows how to bunt. He knows when you're supposed to bunt, when you're supposed to hit and run. So to me, he's already a teacher because he's helping these young players here.
See how lefties ball comes in?
Yeah.
His doesn't. His slides away a little, just a little.
I think you naturally just become more of a leader by being around a team like this where when has he ever played baseball where he's usually 6, 7, 8 years older than almost the entire team around? You are forced to kind of go into a coaching role and someone that these guys look up to because he's been in the bigs.
When I was in high school, Mike Caruso was one of our favorite players, to be honest with you, back in '98. Just for the fact that he just seemed like a normal, average, white guy playing shortstop in the big leagues at a young age. So he was like our idol, to be honest with you.
My first year with the White Sox, you weren't allowed out of the box. In between pitches, you were not allowed out of the box. You could take your practice swing, it had to be in the box.
I've learned a lot from him in the short time that he's been here. It's a good opportunity to, learn the game from a guy like that, a guy that's been through it. And, now he's trying to do the same thing we are.
I grew up a Sox fan. He was there, he was playing, for the White Sox at Comiskey. Where you were sitting in the stands, he was playing on the field while you were dreaming of playing at Comiskey someday. He was already doing it, so it's really cool.
That'll work. Gonna be Michael.
When I used to watch Wally when I was a kid back in Florida, I would put on the TV and just watch him play and try to hit like him. I could relate to him because he was a major league player, and he did play second base and third base, shortstop, same positions I play. Sorry, bug got in my mouth. I swallowed it. Sorry.
He has the tools and the ability at the age of 30 to still be a superstar. He's been working out hard, could be a huge asset to the ball club. I don't expect to keep him all year. I expect an organization to be able to take him, throw him right into AAA, and maybe be a September call-up or something, to see what he can do. He has the ability to do that.
Caruso and the Peanuts took on the Charlotte County Redfish while John Zeringue watched from the press box with manager Wally Backman, who was still serving a 3-game suspension.
I hope one day, if I could be a coach, I hope I could be a tenth of the coach Wally is. He just knows how to get the best out of players, and gives his players a whole new perspective. And he has so much of an impact on people, not just in baseball, but throughout their life. I just hope I could have, you know, just the slightest impact on people's lives like Wally has done. Every player that's ever played for him.
Even without their cleanup hitter and their manager, the Peanuts continue to dominate the opposition.
They had to rush him to the hospital and they think he's trying to commit suicide. Owen Wilson.
Why?
I don't know.
He's in a movie on HBO with some blonde girl, some hot blonde girl.
Oh,
what movie is that?
where they're like thieves and stuff? Like they like go out on this big boat out in the ocean and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's called the, is that what they are?
He just ride like he's just a thief.
No, is he?
I thought he was, and she is.
She is.
Oh, he's not?
No, he's just kind of freaking hanging out. Likes her. He likes her, right?
Oh, so he just started doing stuff with her?
Oh, you know who was in that movie? Charlie Sheen. Was Charlie Sheen in that movie?
Yeah,
he plays like an idiot.
Yeah.
He's like
he thinks.
I don't know if he's a cop. He works for that guy. Oh yeah, the gay cops or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Hey, but you know what's?
Oh yeah, the gay cops. Yeah. When they go in the house. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I started watching it.
South Georgia Peanuts infielder Steve Garrabrants has been signed by the Boston Red Sox.
I think he can play in the big leagues, and it's a pretty good ball club to be able to play in the big leagues with, too.
South Georgia Peanuts infielder Steve Garrabrants has been signed by the Boston Red Sox. Garrabrants becomes the third Peanut signed this season and the second signed this week.
I got picked up by the Red Sox.
Did you?
Yeah. I'm out of here.
Congratulations.
I'm out of here today, man.
Let's go, Red Sox.
I think Stevie, and I said it before, I think he can play in the big leagues, and it's a pretty good ball club to be able to play in the big leagues with, too. He's going to have an opportunity because he's so versatile, you know, with all the positions he can play. You know, the outfield, the infield. Probably can catch if he had to, so. I mean, he's a super utility player, in my mind, at the major league level.
That is a large watermelon. Yes. All right, let me figure out what I even want to bring here. It's hard to leave here, you know, like, you know, it's such a fun team. We're winning, you know, we're just about to clinch the first half, you know, and then, you know, you create, you know, close friendships with a lot of these guys. Merge on the I-40 West and go 1,672 miles. Wow. Wally's, you know, he's the one who found the spot for me. He did it all. That's one reason why I came here, you know. I owe Wally a lot for that.
He's said, you know, numerous times that, you know, his #1 goal is to get these kids to the next level. I mean, he's won everywhere he's gone.
In the grand scheme of things, independent baseball probably doesn't mean a whole lot to Wally Backman. But the fact that he can be here and progress a guy to the next level, especially a couple kids he's already managed, and help get them back. He's got to, you know, the hair's got to stand up on his back, just like mine does when it happens.
This has to get on I-59, I-65. You get on Interstate 10. Interstate 10 takes you back through Arizona and all the way to San Bernardino, where you can just jump up over the mountain to Lancaster.
Good luck, man. I'll see you in the...
All right, buddy.
Yes.
Good luck, man.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Go tear it up.
I will.
Get her done.
All right.
Stay in touch with me, Steve.
Will do. Got released.
What?
Talk back to Wally.
Shut up.
Released. I got picked up, man.
Did you?
Yeah.
Congratulations, man.
Thanks, buddy. You know, it's tough to leave, you know. I had a lot of fun playing here, and it's actually a lot more than I thought it'd be playing at independent ball. Like, I had a really good time here, but, you know, on the other hand, like, that's my goal, is to make the big leagues, so, you know, you're not going to do that playing independent ball.
Manager Wally Backman announced today that he has traded reliever Pat Ford to the Bradenton Juice.
Finding out you get traded isn't a good day, you know. It's not ever a good day, so I just kind of frustrated. Leaving the best team in the league, any team other than this team, is going to be hard.
You will recall that the Juice recently lost their home field and will be playing the remaining 50-plus games on the road.
Our saying this year so far has been, what else? You know, what else can happen to you this summer? You get some home games technically, but you're at the other team's park. So, you know, being a road team is, you know, it's challenging. It makes you grow up, I think, as a manager and as a player. You know, toughest probably season you'll ever go through. The bottom line is, you know, you're playing professional baseball. Looks good on your resume. It's an opportunity that a lot of guys would, even though you're on the road every day, a lot of guys would love to have.
Not many black guys from the city of Compton do play baseball. I see a lot of kids who were doing the same thing that I was doing. Me going back there just lets them know that there is hope. You can play baseball and be successful in the city of Compton.
Ooh. Basically, on a drag bunt, what I like to see my hitters do is go with their back leg and go forward in the direction of the pitcher. Everything in bunting starts with your feet. This foot must go forward towards the pitcher. What happens when it's done wrong, you pull away from it, a guy gets in a hurry. So he's not being able to cover the whole plate. When you go forward, you have total plate coverage this way. I do not like to see guys bunt this way because you have no, you can't command the barrel of the bat the way that you need to. So what I like a guy to do is to keep his hand on the knob of the bat, go forward, slide his left hand up in this action right here. Flexion at the knees is very important because if the ball is down, you can go down to get it. If the ball is up, you just stay up here and bunt it. Always know your angle, so you preset your angle when you bunt. You know where your angle is. You slide just your left hand up in this manner where you're preset. And it's exactly the same when you go to first. It would be this way. You preset your angle, you don't try to move your bat. That's basically it.
In the span of a week, the Peanuts had lost their two biggest bats to Major League affiliates.
To the lineup, it's almost, I'm hoping it's not, but it's almost devastating. The problem it creates is we're going to really have to manufacture more runs. We're going to have to try to go back to our running game and our bunting game a little bit more. And it's nice when you can score 14 or 15 runs once in a while, you know, and it takes the heat off, but we really have to be able to be fundamentally sound now. If we're not fundamentally sound, we're going to be in trouble.
One of the keys to the team's continued success would be shortstop Johnny Washington. Washington's energy and enthusiasm made him a team leader, and his speed made him an offensive threat.
Hi, I'm Johnny Washington from Compton, California. Like Doc Bates there, tell him alcohol. So, spent 4 years with the Texas Ranger organization and got released this spring training. Got two, gentlemen, 2 out. A two-step, boy, car. Shortly after that, Wally gave me a call, and now I'm here in South Georgia. In. Right there, Zeke. Right there, Zeke. You had that thing loaded. That boy good.
We got a guy there. Every manager wants to have a guy on his team like Johnny Washington. You know, he's an overachiever. He lacks some tools, but you can tell Johnny what he lacks and he'll work his butt off to make it better. Come on, Johnny Wash.
What's happening, fellas? Oh. No.
Oh. He came out of Compton, and when you say, okay, you came out of Compton, how was it? And he'll tell you.
Growing up there was tough. A lot of peer pressure. Good parents is what's the key to growing up in Compton and coming out being a success.
Because of his parents, because of what they taught him and how they raised him, that, you know, he is where he is right now, playing, you know, baseball for a living.
That boy, good try, that boy. And it was just a blessing that even sports were still in the city of Compton, especially baseball.
Washington repaid his debt to the game by working with inner-city kids at the Urban Youth Academy in Compton.
Compton is a pretty big city, but not many black guys from the city of Compton do play baseball. I see a lot of kids who were doing the same thing that I was doing, and me going back there just lets them know that there is hope. You can play baseball and be successful in the city of Compton. I feel good when they let me know that I'm helping them as a person and as a baseball player, and that's all I need from that academy, just to know that I did touch somebody or change somebody or get them back going down the right path.
On the next episode of Playing for Peanuts, the Peanuts clinch a spot in the playoffs, and then things get weird.
What's going on here? If the players can't be out there, I would surely hope that the young kids couldn't be out on the field.
Visit playingforpeanuts.com to watch deleted scenes and to order the DVD of this show.
I'm up.